go. So we're in a very special vineyard for Okanagan Crash Pad, because this is the first time that anyone's planted in the region quite so high altitude and so far from the lake. Can you just tell us exactly where we are?
We are in Garnet Valley, which runs generally parallel to Okanagan Lake, and we're about 1 mile west of Okanagan Lake.
Which is just over the hill.
And we're also, believe it or not, 1,000 feet higher than Okanagan Lake. So
how high are we here?
We're right now at about the 2,300 foot elevation, which is 650, 680 meters, something like that. So pushing the limits.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so what happened, because you bought this plot of land 4 years ago?
We did, in 2012, yeah.
And what did everyone think? Because this was virgin territory. No one has ever planted this high or this far from the mediating effect of the lake.
We were insane. But our consultant, Alberto, who has been helping us and has been absolute font of information and help, was pointing out that grapes should be growing on a hillside, should be growing on virgin territory, not one that was farmed commercially for years and years and years. We discovered Garnet Valley Ranch, and it had never had anything but cattle grazing on it, and we could just see that this was the place. And where we are now, we've obviously planted this particular section, but if you look on either side, there's nothing but sagebrush, ponderosa pine, cactus, bunch grass. That's what this vineyard was 3 years ago.
And now
It was exactly like what you see on either side.
And now it's all planted with Pinot Noir and Chardonnay.
Yes, this is Pinot Noir, planted 14, 15 months ago, June of last year. Interesting thing about this is we were told by Alberto that we were allowed to shave 6 inches off the contours or fill in 6 inches, and that was it. We weren't allowed to start filling in gullies and doing all sorts of things that traditionally have been done in the Okanagan, which we've done ourselves too, so we can't point the finger at others. And the fact that the soil structure has not been disturbed was something that he was very happy about.
And what is the soil structure here? What do we have in Garnet Hill?
Lots of different interesting, there's a lot of glacial material here. There are extinct volcanoes in the area, and all of this has been pushed around by the glaciers. We're more or less sitting on about 10 feet of material over top of bedrock, and that material, it has calcium carbonate, limestone in it, granite, really interesting stuff.
It's a big mishmash.
Some sedimentary rock, some, this, for example, what we're doing here is we spread gravel underneath because we're planting organically, which means we can't put sprays and that sort of stuff, herbicides down. And this generally keeps the weeds at bay, but this stuff has, you name it in it, granite, limestone, shale, you name it, it's there. Which makes for some very, very interesting soil structure underground.
And what are the climatic properties here? How is this different from planting next to the lake, like the majority of Okanagan?
This is more extreme than being down by the lake. We have a little bit of the moderating influence. Gets blown over the hill during the winter time and in the spring. It gets a little colder in the winter, a little cooler in the evening, a little hotter in the day. We're at the extreme of the extreme here, and we are pushing the limit. But as you can see,
the vines are growing.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed for the first vintage. This will be the first vintage 2016 for your Pinot Noir.
First for the no, we took some off. We took about 2 tons off for sparkling wine last year.
Okay, this will be the first
not this
still.
Block, but one of the blocks that were planted in 2014. So.
Super. So more to come.
More to come. Yep.
Thank you.